Go Cougs tweets out Red Bull and AJ Dybantsa. My daughter thought my Red Bull can needed something extra. I think AJ may be in for that. He's a massive superstar in college basketball right now and a Red Bull athlete. Grateful to have the phenom himself, AJ Dybantsa, joining us. Absolutely having a massive year. Fifth in the nation in scoring, 22.5 points per game. All right, AJ, how's your adjustment been to college basketball so far this year?
Um, Obviously way more physical. A lot of guys faster, a lot of guys older. But it's been good. I've been having a great support staff, and my teammates are a little bit older. So I'm trying to get me used to that. And then my coaches have made, a good job of, making strides to make it easier.
And AJ, you're coming off of just your second loss of the season. BYU is 16-2 on the year. Texas Tech held you to your lowest point total this entire season, just 13 points. Walk me through what they were able to do defensively to kind of hold you in check, and what do you do in your own process to bounce back and kind of get out of whatever Texas Tech was able to do for you?
Yeah, they just made it tough in certain ways. Shots I
Mhm.
didn't really want to take. They were very makeable shots though. I think I just missed a lot of shots that I usually make. And I just bounced back by just keep doing what I've been doing, just keep staying in the gym and hanging shots.
I mean, you get a chance quickly to get back in the gym. You got a home games versus Utah in a couple of days. The rivalry is a big one for them. So, how are you guys getting pumped up for this rivalry matchup?
I mean, you don't really have to get motivated for the Utah matchup. I don't think. Now, I didn't grow up like a Utah hater. I wasn't like a BYU fan growing up, but as soon as I got here, they made it known that they didn't really like Utah here. So when we played them at their place, it got loud quick.
Yeah, what would you say makes that Utah BYU rivalry so special?
I don't know the backstory to it, but I know that I'm playing for BYU, and I'm not really supposed to wear red, and I'm not really supposed to like red. So anytime we play them, it's gonna be a good one.
Man, you're obviously from Massachusetts, which is funny because I'm sitting here in Connecticut. And when you guys played UConn up in Boston, that was a matchup everybody was trying to get into. What was it like for you being from that area to go back and get to play in front of so many people that you grew up around?
Man, yeah, it was a blessing just being. A lot of people haven't seen me play in years. Obviously, me traveling from most for all of my high school career, and then going on to college at BYU. So it was just great to see some familiar faces, and then obviously play on the NBA court that you grew up watching your favorite players play on.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a buddy that was at that game. Said that your middle school was in one of the suites. Did you talk to people from your old schools and just sort of give them a little inspiration?
Well, I couldn't talk to nobody in the suites 'cause I think security was pretty strict, but I did see a lot of people that had that people had wristbands after the game. I seen a lot of people.
You mentioned getting to play at TD Garden, getting to play where you grew up. Do you get a chance in the season to keep up with what the Celtics are doing?
Yeah, they're actually doing well right now. I mean, the Celtics are my favorite team. Me growing up in Boston, I like all Boston teams. Celtics, Red Sox, Bruins, Patriots. The Patriots just won yesterday. So we're on a roll right now.
I mean, were you celebrating that Patriots win yesterday?
Now I wasn't celebrating it crazy. I think we have to I don't really celebrate until it's like the Super Bowl, until it's like the NBA finals.
Got to keep the main thing the main thing. I get
Exactly.
it. Yeah, yeah, totally understand. At least you've gotten to experience plenty of Super Bowls in your lifetime.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe Boston sports fans
What's
are the
that like?
luckiest sports fans in America, truly. But let's look back to you, and I know that you're looking ahead to the next game on the calendar, and I totally understand that. But you've got a matchup with Kansas coming up in a couple of weeks. Darryn Peterson is another one of the most exciting young players in college basketball, along with yourself. What do you know about him and this Kansas team?
I mean, I've been playing against or with DP since USA U16. So that was like a long time ago. But and then we been playing each other EYBL circuit, but he ended up going to Adidas. But we played each other in camps and everything. But he's a great player, hell of a shot maker. And again, the Kansas team is actually rolling right now, so it should be a good one. And it's at Kansas. They say Kansas is one of the hardest environments to play in.
It's one of the interesting things about the modern NBA, right, AJ? Like they talk a lot about the fact that you guys start playing against each other or with each other at such a young age. How do those relationships, as you watch each other grow, how are you guys supporting each other in trying to get to that final step of getting to the league?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the main goal for all of us. If you want to go down the line, not just me and Darren. But it's fun. I mean, obviously you're playing against one person. You see how they grow, you see how they develop, and you end up seeing what milestones they get, like where they commit and stuff like that. It's just fun.
Is there somebody
Do you all
you've
keep
played
up?
against that you've looked at and you've been like, oh my God, that guy, like he's suddenly lights out? Like you played against these guys for a long time. Is there somebody that's really impressed you?
I mean, a lot of them. I mean, a lot of these guys weren't always good. Like a lot of people are late bloomers. Some people have been good from a very young age. So I mean, you just get to see the different type of talent levels.
Do you keep up with one another, even now that you're in college?
I mean, some of us talk. I mean, me and DP particularly, we don't talk every day. We're not best friends, but it's a cool relationship. Like it's not nothing like we don't hate each other.
Yeah.
What's the college experience like? Caroline and I were talking about you last night when we were getting ready, knowing you were coming on the show, and just thinking about the fact that you have this platform and you have all these eyeballs, and part of you's got to be thinking just a little bit about what the NBA is going to look like in a year, while you're also trying to go to college. Like, how do you actually get the college experience if you're AJ Dybantsa?
I mean, I go to school. Like, I have in-person classes with my teammates. So it's not that hard for me. I know some schools probably have guys do online classes, but I mean, I kind of told them I wanted the experience. So I'm in person. I see all the people in class. I sit in the front of class, and I try to engage them as I can.
And you can try and be as, quote unquote, normal of a college student as you possibly can, but you are, have a large spotlight on you. You have a lot of people watching, what you do on the court, what you might do off the court. How do you manage the spotlight and the expectations that AJ Dybantsa has?
I'll just keep doing me. I'll just keep being myself. I think I've been doing a great job. I think I've been doing a great job at just managing everything. I'm just trying to keep the main thing, but also going to school because education is very important. And speaking of education, that's also why I have like a foundation that called the AJ Dybantsa Foundation. It helps kids from Jamaica and the Congo go to schools. I actually think that school is very important. Education is very important. So I mean, those are like the two things: just basketball and books.
Why
Who are
was
you
that
leaning
something that you
on
were
the most?
passionate about?
I mean, obviously, my mom's from Jamaica. My dad's from
Mm.
Congo. Obviously, they're less fortunate than whatever the U.S. Has going on. Obviously, we're just way more fortunate. But after after Jamaica went through Hurricane Melissa, and then the Congo hasn't always been the best. I just kind of want to help out in any sort of way.
Who are you leaning on the most in this process as you try and figure out how to grow your game? Like, who's out there giving you the best advice?
I mean, right now I'm just listening to my player development coaches and my coaching staff. I mean, half of them have been in the NBA. That's kind of why I chose BYU. Um, but I'm always watching film. Always watching film.
We are what, about a month and a half and some change, maybe removed from March Madness. What have you heard about, it just the NCAA tournament experience? What are you most looking forward to in getting that opportunity?
Oh, it should be fun. It should be so loud. I heard it's loud. I mean, I've been to the Final Four for women's and men's last year. One was in I think San Antonio, and I forgot what the women's were in Florida, I think. But it's a crazy environment. Like I just want to be able to play it. Like that's kind of like why I went to college basketball. Some people ask me like why I didn't go overseas and stuff like that. Like, nah, I want to play in March Madness. That's one of like the funnest environments ever.
All right, so you told us you're a Celtics fan. We all know you're a Celtics fan. I'm gonna give you a crazy would you rather, AJ. You got a choice. Like the basketball gods shine on you, and the day before the draft, the basketball gods come to AJ Dybantsa and they say, "All right, you can either be the first pick in the draft, wherever that's going to be, or I'll guarantee you get picked by the Celtics, but you won't be the first pick in the draft. What would you pick?"
Well, it's really not my choice, but my ultimate goal since I was a kid was to be drafted number one. So that was my ultimate goal. Wherever team picks me, I'll be blessed. But my ultimate goal was to go number one.
Do you watch any of the teams right now that are sort of competing in that lottery world and think, oh, like, is there a spot you'd love to go?
No, nowhere specific. I mean, I'm watching all basketball. I'm not just watching the teams that are quote unquote tanking. I'm watching all basketball. Anything's really a possibility. We've kind of seen the NBA lottery not go to the worst team. But who knows? That's why I kind of said right now I'm just focusing on my season because you never know what happens in the lottery.
And if there's not a specific landing spot that you would want to go to, is there a specific player or group of players that you would love to potentially play with in the NBA?
Nah, same. Like since it's really not my choice, so I just kind of just be blessed
Mhm.
with the situation I get put in. Like I don't really have like specifics that I want to play with A, B, or C.
What about the opposite? Is there somebody that you look at and you say, "Man, I can't wait to go one-on-one against this guy in the NBA"?
Now that I can answer because it's way more likely. Just like all like the superstar vets that I've been seeing going to their camps. KD is my favorite player, so I can't wait to share the court with him. LeBron, Steph Curry. I went to Curry camp. Just all these guys that you just watch and admire growing up, and you can finally share a court with them. That'd be crazy.
I mean, legends of the game. I saw you got the opportunity to meet LeBron when you were courtside at the Jazz game. He's dapping you up, real recognized, real moment there. If those are guys that you would want to go one on one against, is there a certain player or maybe a mixture of certain players that you kind of model your game after?
Yeah, like the most accurate one I've seen so far, I think, was Tracy McGrady. Just kind of like the raw talent, shot making ability, tall. But I watched a lot of Shea. Oh, there you go. I watched a lot of Shea and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George has been one of my favorite players since I started playing.
When you watch guys like that, what do you take from them? What's something that you looked at like from SGA and said, "I want to figure out how to do more of that"?
I just love the way he creates space in the mid range. I think actually, like, I'm a big mid range guy. Not a lot of guys take mid range and can make mid ranges, but since he takes and makes a lot of them, I try to like incorporate how he creates so much space in there to get a shot off.
And you mentioned LeBron being a guy that is, obviously legend of the game. You're 18. LeBron is 23 years older than you. What would it mean to you if you got the opportunity not just to go one on one with him, but to continue to watch LeBron in this legendary career he's had so far?
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I actually don't understand how he's doing it. Like, kudos to him and his discipline and his hard work. Like it sounds so crazy. Like they said, it was a stat that he's been in the league more years than he hasn't been in the league.
It's
That's just so crazy to
crazy.
me. It's just so crazy to me. Like, I have nothing to say about
Are you
that.
are you hoping he sticks around for at least another year so that you guys can be in the same league at the same time?
Well, it's not necessarily another year that I'll be in the league, but however long it takes for him, however long it takes for me to get there, I hope that he's there for at least 1 year.
That is a well-fashioned answer by you.
And
It's just the
you
truth.
mentioned, whatever your future might hold, if you do decide to declare for the NBA draft next year, what is that like coming into college, knowing that you might only be there for 1 year? How do you, kind of integrate yourself in a place that's so different and so far from home, from where you grew up in Massachusetts, knowing that you might be there for only 1 year?
I mean, I've been traveling and changing schools since my sophomore year now of high school. Like I
Hmm.
went to three different high schools, and then I went to college here. So I'm kind of used to the traveling thing. I'm kind of used to not
Yeah.
staying in one place. But you definitely do want to build a home, and especially in a community that loves you and that you love. It'll be hard to say goodbye if that is the case, but moving on for the better. I don't think they'll hate it.
All right, I've watched enough of your interviews, AJ, to know that you really just focus on school and basketball. I get that. All right, but you're a Red Bull athlete, so what gives you wings? What's the thing that just gets you amped up and excited?
Ah, that's tough. I love concerts. I
Is there
love
somebody you
concerts.
can't wait to see this year?
I actually just seen like one of my favorite artists, but there's like four more people I have to go see, and then life will be complete.
Who are the four?
Who'd you go see?
Well, I seen NBA YoungBoy, and I went to see Drake like 2 years ago.
Nice.
But I think if I go see Gunna at a concert, I hope y'all know who these people are. But if I go see Gunna,
AJ,
if
we're
I go
not
see
that old, we promise you.
Yep, you'll be surprised. I've talked to some of my teammates' parents. They have no idea who we're talking about. But I think if I should go see Gunna, I go see a rapper named V's. If I see, I think I have to see Young Boy again, and I think I have to see. There's one more, but then life will be complete after that.
Those are solid.
And
for
AJ,
sure.
Number one, Red Bull athlete, of course. Number two, one of the biggest stars in all the land, man. It's really fun to watch you play. Thanks for all the joy you give us by the way you play the game. Thanks for hanging out with us. Best of luck throughout the course of this season. Can't wait to see however your future unfolds. We can't wait to watch it happen, AJ. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.